Hello, beautiful souls watching. Thank you and welcome. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. This one is about the peripheral view from out of the corners of your eyes, because that's where usually the first traits of clairvoyance appear. You might be sitting somewhere, and from out of the corner of your eye, without looking directly at it, that's the point, you see some colors or some movement or kind of a shadow or whatever. There is something, and when you look there directly, you cannot see anything. So that's how kind of the traits of clairvoyance start with a lot of people. Or you can have the impression of seeing kind of light flashes from the corner from your eye. If you Google that, then you got to run to the doctor, because they're telling you from the medical point of view, your retina is coming off your eye, run to the doctor. And well, you can always do that if you feel like doing it. In my case, I didn't do that, and it continued. And after a while, I learned that you don't look directly at the things, but kind of from out of the corner of your eye, and then you get some of the invisible visitors around you a little bit more visible. And I had this funny story from a friend of mine. She was in a workshop, a course, a trainment for shamanism. And seems that she was once kind of ordered to make her contact with the nature realm and elemental beings. And she was kind of scared and frightened, and so she went to a forest and sat down there and meditated. And in the end, she invited elemental and spirits from the nature realms to show up. But she told them, please don't scare me, I'm frightened. Don't do anything that will set me off in horror and panic. Please be very, very gentle with me. And then she sat there waiting and looking around, and suddenly she had the feeling, I'm seeing little clouds of smoke, like puffs coming by, and the clouds were coming, and another one. And then she looked from out of the corner of her eye, and beside her she saw a leprechaun sitting, with a high head in green and all dressed in green and black boots and the total cliche picture from England of leprechaun. And he was smoking a little pipe. And what she saw from him in the beginning were only the puffs of the smoke that he let out. He didn't show himself directly, but introduced himself with the little clouds of smoke that he sent by her to recognize them. And she recognized them, and it did not feel like a threat, so she risked an eye from out of the corner of her eye, and then she saw the leprechaun. Isn't that funny? They can hear you, they listen to you, they watch all of us since eons, I think, and they know who is who, and they only approach the ones that are open and friendly and kind and willing. And you can ask them not to scare you, like my friend did. And this leprechaun was really very gentle with her. Although normally they are not the scary type. The Fae don't do that. And it also depends on what you are giving out, because you get back from the invisible what you put out. So that's the handle where you can make a change or a shift for yourself and get some more contact with all the many beings that are around us. And the Fae are willing to make contact with people that are open and willing. And the thing about them is, like I said in another video, my first help to learn how to give messages was by a little gnome or imp who kind of tucked me on my sleeve to make himself noticeable. You can really feel the touch of the elemental and nature spirits. If they touch you, you feel that, you know, you really feel that. If a deceased loved one is touching you, that's different. That's much more etheric, and you can feel it maybe more like vibration, or maybe like cold, or like heat. So there are different touches from the different realms. And I know from many friends of mine who tried to make contact with the Fae realm and the nature spirits and elemental spirits. For example, they had to lay down in a circle, and then they invited into the middle of the circle, because in a circle you have the sum of all your light power from the soul, and even more, because the sum is more than the single light soul. So you have more energy, and you kind of, in a circle, you kind of create a sacred space or room or portal, or however, an energy channel, however you want to call that. And you can invite the nature spirits to come there and make themselves noticeable. And some of the people felt the touch on their feet or on their shoulders. So that is one thing I wanted to share about the peripheral view. Don't think that you're going crazy or that you have to run to a doctor. Sometimes, I mean, if you want to get rid of maybe the fear that something's wrong with your eyes, then please go to the doctor and have your experience. Mostly they don't find anything, and if they find something, they will prescribe you something, and then you're in the chain of kind of pharmaceutical industry. Everything has a side effect, and then you need something to treat the side effect, and so on and so on. I did not do anything of that. I just watched it, and it got stronger, and it was kind of the entrance of using the peripheral view to train with the psychic sense of clairvoyance. So that is what I wanted to share with you this time, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. And I would love to hear if you're interested in some other questions or special themes. Just let me know in the comments, and I'll put it on my list or look what I know about it. And I will answer to that in the next videos. I would love to hear from you, because that's kind of a lonely thing, sitting here in my living room talking to a screen. I know you're out there. I can feel you sometimes, and I love to hear from you in the comments. So please don't be shy. I'm open if it's something you want to ask or you want to know more about. I can try my best to gather the knowledge I know, and even if I don't know enough, I'll go and ask my guides, and we will see whether we find answers for all of us, for all the special various things we are interested in. So, have a wonderful weekend, dear souls, truth seekers, friends of the light. Thank you very much for joining me, watching this video, and spending some time with me. Thank you. Bye. Love, light, and blessings onto your path.